Hi, this is Simon Leung back with Groove at any time, where we can be on at any time on any day, just about anything that we can be talking about as well. So a huge welcome to all of you who are joining us, whether you're joining us for the very first time or whether you are returning. Please, as always, go ahead and leave some comments because we actually have a lot of Groovesters, I believe anywhere between 30 or 40 that just came on and got approved right before this session actually just got started. So we want to welcome you. We want to say hi. Let me know where you're from, which country, which city, which time, as well as we're always in the mood to say hi to each and every single one of you. And I know many of us are familiar with the saying, right? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This is not that. In fact, this is something that I would consider very smart. Very smart indeed. In fact, a lot of smart games that we're about to be playing with you here today, starting today, in fact, they are going to be pretty excellent. So do you like prizes? Do you like to win prizes? If you like to win prizes, type in the word win inside of the comments so that we know that you are on board. And just so that you know, we do have a lot of things that are going on right now. We have a lot of things that are yet to be announced. Not everything is ready to be announced just yet, but just to let you know, over the next few days, stay tuned for a lot more different types of bonuses, updates, announcements, because we have a lot of very exciting things that are going on. And I'm very excited to be sharing a lot here with you today as well. But just to let you know, we don't have too much time, maybe about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit less, because I do have a new virtual mini event that I will be conducting shortly for corporations as well as small businesses in the Philippines, which of course we're always very excited to expand into different things that we do, all of our different businesses and the different types of projects that we're working on. So what exciting things are you working on right now? Let me know in the comments, because we would definitely love to see if there's any additional ways that we can collaborate, both with Groove as well as internally within the Groove team as well. So with the limited time that we have here today, I did mention that, yes, we do have a lot that we do want to share. However, I believe only one thing right now at the current moment is ready to be shared with you right now. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. And just so that you know, it happens to be the most pressing, and at the current time, probably the most relevant to you, that happens to also be the most exciting as well. Now, do you like exciting things? If you do like exciting things, type in the word exciting inside the comments as well, so that we know that you're excited to be here. Now, before we actually move on into the topic of the day, let's go ahead and, as always, one of the biggest benefits of you showing up live is, of course, the opportunity for us to interact with you. So if you happen to be watching us live, if you're watching us on the replay, make sure that you are subscribed on our YouTube channel. Make sure that you like our Facebook pages. Make sure that you're inside of our groups, following everything that we're doing with the notifications turned on, because as a result of being right here on this live show, you obviously get one of the first opportunities to get these announcements as soon as they're ready to be announced, which obviously is a very good thing. And another good thing is, of course, the opportunity to interact with all of you here as well. So we got Leonard saying good day. So good day to you as well. Jeffrey saying win. Awesome. Leonard is also interested in winning. Aren't we all? Steve says greetings from New Jersey in the USA. So it's a good evening to you, I believe. And then Trader Rob is asking me if I'm over delivering again. I don't think we're going to over deliver, so to speak, here today. We're just giving you some additional announcements and bonuses. But yes, in terms of over delivery, I'm sure Rob actually knows, because he actually is in one of our lab classes, and he was saying that I think it was yesterday or the day before, he was watching one of my sessions after another. And yes, we definitely over delivered in that respect, from a 3-hour session to a 4-hour session to a 5-hour session. Mr. Rob stayed up and was watching it back to back to back to back. And he actually has some success stories to be sharing as well. So definitely a great opportunity for us to keep connecting, and many more opportunities for us to over deliver even after this session. So very welcome. Huge welcome to you, Mr. Rob. We got Steve saying win. Jody is saying hi. Rob is saying exciting. Steve is also saying exciting. And then we got the other side of the card also saying exciting. Manny saying exciting times. And then Tim is saying hi. Great to catch the news from you in person. Well, in virtual person, I guess that's the closest that we can get in this day and age. And I don't know about you, and I don't know where you happen to be around the world, to all of our friends, but just so that you know, right here in Malaysia, yesterday, we just got announced another 2-week extension for our lockdown. And I don't know about you, but where we are, we've just been having 2 weeks after 2 weeks after 2 weeks of extensions. And you know what? It's been about almost a year since all these 2-week extensions have been extending, which is pretty crazy because we got locked down for the very first time in March of 2020. And yes, we are in the middle of February now, which means that we're quickly approaching our 1-year anniversary. So one just really have to wonder how many additional 2-week extensions should we actually be expecting. But as the famous phrase goes, it is what it is. And we absolutely want to make sure that whatever we can do, we just take the best and make the most out of every situation, right? Yesterday, actually, for those of you who have been around, maybe you're in the lab or everything else, today we're talking about affiliate promotions and JVs. And while I was talking, we did have some additional comments come in. We got Mr. Tuan, who dropped some bombs on us last night. At least it was last night, my time in the lab. So if you happen to be inside of the lab, make sure that you watch that session that featured Mr. obviously Joe Jablonski, the JV relations of Groove, but Mr. Tuan was one of the guests, and he did an absolutely amazing job inspiring, sharing, and all those great things. And we've been talking about this for a very long time, but yes, Mr. Tuan, we need to get on that call sometime within the next day or two, because we got some announcements that we want to get you involved in as well. Jody, Washington State, 7:30 p.m. Tim, just coming out of lockdown tonight. Congratulations. Hopefully everything is well with you. We got Chu saying hi. Also, happy Chinese New Year. Yes, happy Chinese New Year in lockdown. Just as I was mentioning moments ago, I don't know if you actually saw that we just got extended. You're in KL, right? Extended another 2-week MCO extension of our lockdown. But it is what it is. And while we're here, let's go ahead and make the most of it. And I believe being right here, right now, regardless of where you are, locked down or not, restricted or not, it's a great opportunity to be online. It's a great time to be a part of Groove. And it's just a best time as ever for us to get started, get grooving, and get on to the next level of whatever it is that we want to do. So back to today, what is it that is so exciting? What is it that we really want to announce? Well, if you like to win prizes, we have a very limited time only JV promotion that's only going to go on for, I believe, the next week and a half or 2 weeks or so, maybe a little bit less. I'll share more with you in just a little bit. But again, if you are on live, or if you have the habit of watching the replay of these Groove at any time, this is definitely to your advantage. Why? Because almost everything that we share are extremely time sensitive, and today is no exception. So if you want to be involved in not only current promotions but future ones and be one of the first to actually hear about them, again, make sure you subscribe, like, follow, turn on those notifications so you can get all these exciting updates just like this one. Now, for those of you who have been joining us in previous Groove at Anytime sessions, maybe you would know that from time to time, we would be talking about affiliate marketing, right? We would be talking about JV promotions. We'll be talking about anything that might be time pressing, that might actually be time sensitive as well. So we also mentioned that during our regular times, during our standard looks of our main JV page, which looks something like this. Let me go ahead and share with you my screen. Okay, this is groovejv.com. In most days, during most days, we have a very standard look to groovejv.com. However, if you actually go to groovejv.com right now, what you're actually going to see is something that looks a little bit different. Instead of the regular, hey, join us, become an affiliate marketer, or join us at the Groove Partner Program, whatever it was that it normally says, right? Right now, what you see is something that looks like this. Limited time promotion, earn additional bonuses for your sales. Watch the video for details. Now, I don't know about you, but anytime Groove has one of these promotions, usually they're very exciting. It's usually like a contest. There's leaderboards. There's people who are competing against each other. And if you're, first place, you win this prize. If you're second place, you win this prize. If you're third place, you win this prize. Earlier, I talked a little bit about the lab, right? The Fast Start Marketing Lab was what we promoted last time recently. And during that particular promotion, I believe there was over 30,000 USD in $30,000 USD in cash and prizes that were given away to the top leaders of that particular contest. And previous to that, if you're around in October, we had the Groovathon. Man, we gave away cars. We gave away all these different expensive stuff right here at Groove. So this gives you an idea just how cool these JV promotions actually are. Although for most people, especially if you're just starting out, maybe it's just more of a dream, right? Well, how can I compete against all these people who basically have a big list? They have all these years of experience, blah, 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 whatever else, just so that you know. During a lot of these contests, we have a lot of brand new people who basically came out of nowhere, and they were still able to compete in these types of affiliate marketing contests, and they won prizes, they won cash, they won bonuses. Again, this is not that, okay? The good news about this very unique limited time promotion is that in addition to whatever it is that you normally would be doing to promote that you earn your commissions, right? Your 5%, your 10%, or whatever it is that it might be. In addition to that, over the next 12 days, as you can see right here in this timer, okay, this is actually something that will allow you to also win prizes on top of that, okay? Do you like to win prizes? If you like prizes, type in the word prizes inside of the comments. What I want to invite you to do right now, it's again, very good news and to your advantage if you're watching us live. Why? Because this promotion has not yet even started, okay? Not officially. So if you're here, just know that on Wednesday, February 17th, okay, at around 12 a.m. Eastern time or 12:01 Eastern time, this is something that will allow you to actually get started to win the prizes, and it's going to happen for 12 days, okay? If you want to learn more about it, I recommend that you scroll down a little bit and watch this quick 2-minute video from Joey J, as we call them. I've known Joe ever since 2006, 2007. Joe Jablonski is the affiliate relations right here in Groove. In this 2-minute video, he will explain exactly what this actual limited time promotion is all about. So watch it just to get a little bit more of a better idea, but just so that you know. As you can see, when you scroll down just a little bit, this is not a traditional contest. This is not a leadership. This is not even a competition. Everybody and anybody who makes any sales whatsoever, you get a prize. Okay, so this is not a contest. In reality, this is something that all of you will be able to get. Earn additional bonuses for your sales during this promotion, which ends on February 28th. Okay, so we have time. And of course, the earlier that you're watching this, the more time that you have. So get this, if you make only one lousy sale, you earn a $25 USD Amazon gift card. Not bad, right? If you make 3 sales, you earn a bonus called the Amazon Fire Stick. If you make 5 sales, get this, you earn an Apple Watch. Is that crazy? An Apple Watch. Now, here's the good news. If you are ambitious, if you say, why stop at 1, 3, 5 sales? We got 2 weeks. We got time. We got resources. We got the best darn team in the entire world promoting the best darn software and community in the world right here, right now. What is stopping you from continuing to over deliver it, going above and beyond your call of duty and exceeding your own expectations, right? I believe the answer is absolutely nothing. Nothing is stopping you. So if you make 10 or more sales, you get a combination of all 3. Yes, you get all 3 just for making 10 or more sales. And I can probably guarantee that on an average week for many of our top affiliates, 10 sales is nothing to them. Okay, they exceed that probably within a daily basis. In 1 or 2 days, you can get that as well. So scroll up, obviously, if you're watching us live. If you're here, go back and connect with Mr. Tuan, connect with any one of our top affiliates, because they will be able to share with you a lot of different strategies on how to become a top affiliate as well. And of course, what's stopping you from watching back at our previous Groove at any time different sessions? Because we've been sharing with you for weeks and weeks and weeks different methods that you can get started in promoting all these different Groove products. Okay, so now is the absolute best time, because for the next 2 weeks we're with this particular promotion, and you will be able to get on top of your commissions all these prizes. So if that's cool, type in the word cool inside of the comments. Let us know that you are in. And of course, we're going to be very excited to continue to share with you different additional strategies and everything else over the next several days to make sure that not only are you going to earn your commissions, but you're also going to earn your bonus prizes as well. If that's cool, again, type in the word cool, because we want to make sure that you are absolutely in. All right. So with that, that is pretty much the announcement that we have here today. But of course, before we have a summary of everything that we are talking about, let's go back into the comments. We got Tamara saying hello, and we got Rob saying, I'm under a Groove / self-imposed lockdown. I'm able to go out, but because of Groove, I'm too busy making money. Thanks to you guys. And just a little bit of a backstory with Mr. Rob on something that he shared with me, I believe it was yesterday. He is so committed to learning, as I mentioned earlier, and also in implementing, that he actually hired 6 additional new people onto his team. And as he was saying to me, I just thought that you should know, because of your training inside the lab, now 6 additional families are going to get fed. 6 additional families are going to get food on their table. And of course, what better success story than something like this? So connect with Rob, say hi to him, because he is a great inspiration of not only somebody who likes to learn, but also implement. And as you can see from Mr. Rob, he's saying he is in a self-imposed lockdown. Legally, he can go out. He's not restricted where he is. However, if you compare that with a lot of the mindset that many other people have, right? The government happened to be locking them down, and the only thing that they can think of is to complain, is to go out and protest and riot in different parts of the world. We've been seeing so much of that, right? Just know you are in control for being right here, right now within the Groove community. You are not limited to any lockdowns, any restrictions, any type of limitations. If you are so inclined, yes, stay home, learn. Okay, this is something that you would want to do anyway. And I will tell you, in the last year now, since I have been on lockdown, this has been the best year of my life, doing so many different things that now I have completely recreated my entire business models, so that right here at home, my family is just right on the other side of this wall. There is no better feeling than to know that you can take care of them how you normally would be able to. But now I'm not forced to have to travel around the world. I'm not forced to have to go to seminars and events. Right now, I've developed something where I can still speak to a Philippines audience, which I will be doing in less than 1 hour's time. And I can do that also from the comfort of my own home. And of course, we've been doing that in many countries all around the world as well. Nothing is stopping you from creating something that ultimately will be beneficial to you. Okay, so all the bonuses, all the prizes, all the commissions cannot compare to the ultimate personal freedom that you ultimately will get as the result of making that same commitment and taking massive action. So that is our challenge to you, to make sure that you also follow in the footsteps of all the successful people out there, of all the fellow groovesters who at one point in time, probably just like you, experiencing the exact same thing, going through the exact same thing, but they took the action to learn, to implement, to apply, and now they got results. So thank you, Mr. Rob, for always sharing and being a great inspiration. We also got Tamara and Rob saying yes, they are very excited about prizes. Smart Life Pauline, Gong Hei Fa Choi. That is how we actually would say it in Cantonese. Thank you very much. Happy Chinese New Year. Jody Jones is saying awesome. Pauline is saying Gong Hei Fa Choi. Simon, Gong Hei Fa Choi to you as well. Pauline, Tamara is saying cool. The other side of the card is saying cool. Willie Crawford, the man, I don't know how many of you actually know Mr. Willie Crawford. He is one of the veterans in internet marketing. In fact, when I got started and I went to one of my very first events all the way back in 2006, this was at an event called JV Alert Philadelphia, in Philadelphia, from our friend, dubbed the nicest guy on earth or in the world or on the planet or whatever else, Mr. Ken MacArthur. That is where I met Mr. Willie Crawford. And at that time, he was already a veteran. He was already a speaker. In fact, he was a speaker at that event. We met, we hung out, we've been great friends ever since. So yes, in the past life, we used to be able to travel around the world and go to seminars. I would recommend that whenever the borders open up and you have the opportunity to go to seminars, definitely do that. You get to meet people like Willie Crawford. You get to meet people. In fact, my very first seminar in San Antonio, Texas, that was where I met Mr. Michael Singh. That's where I met people like Tom Beal. That's where I met people like Gary Ambrose and Terry Dean, Donna Fox, and all these really amazing things. So yes, definitely networking, as they say, is your net worth. And as our friend, Mr. Tuan, he kept spreading. And last year, during his session right here at Groove Anytime, he also mentioned as well, the very famous saying, right? It's not just who you know. It's not just what you know, it's who you know. Well, he embellished it. He elaborated and said, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And I'm very proud to say that all these veterans, all these great people that I once looked up to as my mentors, they're now my friends. They know who I am as well. People like Willie Crawford, who is so humble. He is one of the veterans. He is somebody that I learned from all the way back from 2004, 2005. I was already learning from him, and yet he is in here, and I see him inside the community, watching the videos, learning, investing in his own time to be able to improve and maximize his experience right here in Groove. So much to learn from the veterans. So for people like Mr. Willie Crawford, definitely get in touch with this guy. He is somebody that you want in your network. Okay. Tamara is saying super cool. Leslie is saying cool. Pauline, cool. Jody, Leslie also saying cool. Happy groovy new year. And then Chu is asking, when is the next webinar training for newbies? I'm not sure what you're talking about in terms of the next webinar training. If you're talking about the webinar that I usually do, it's always at the same time, Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST, which is Thursday at 9 a.m. our time in Southeast Asia. So hopefully you're talking about that, because if you're talking about another webinar, I have no idea which one you might be talking about. Jody is saying, holy cow, great job. Yes, whoever you're talking about, definitely great job. We have a lot of very awesome people who are doing great job. We have another friend saying 新年快乐 from Coach Ryan. Okay, so this is Coach Ryan joining us from Twitch this time in a slightly different name, but yes, 新年快乐. Happy New Year to you as well. Willie saying, great reconnecting. Philadelphia was fun. Our past life was fun. Of course, Philadelphia was the first of many different events that we met at. Many of them, probably, if not most of them, were from Mr. Ken MacArthur. But yes, we've traveled the entire country together, Mr. Willie Crawford. One day we will reconnect again and hang out once again, just like the good old days. Pauline is saying, I had to go with Groove Block for making a gift project. Not perfect, need more training. Everything has room for improvement, and that's the beauty of Groove. We are humble enough to actually know and realize and actually admit that all these things that we have, whether it's our community or our training or our software, we want to improve. That's why we ask for your feedback. That's why we ask for your comments. That's why we ask for your opinion. Just know, nothing, absolutely nothing is ever gonna be perfect, okay? If we want to get as closely as perfect as possible, that's where people like you come in. Make sure that you leave comments, that you give us feedback, you let us know what can be used to improve. Don't just, be one of those people who say, yeah, this sucks, or that's horrible, this is not the best, or whatever else. Be those constructive people that actually give constructive feedback. Let us know specifically how things can be improved, and together let's improve all the while together. Okay, so thank you, Pauline, for sharing that with us. We got the other side of the card saying ultra cool. Chu saying thanks for the answer. Right Still is saying you rocked on your SEO training. Thanks from an insider. Yep, we had 5 trainings inside of the lab, and I believe 3 of them specifically were on SEO, and they were 3+ hours, 4+ hours, close to 5 hours. There was probably a dozen hours worth of SEO content, and that is just the beginning. Okay, so if there's more that you want to learn, if there's more that you want to improve on, make sure that you stay tuned right here within the Groove community. There is so much more that we can continue to improve upon. And of course, speaking of improving, Pauline is making a correction. My apologies for misunderstanding. Yes, but still what I said still is in effect. Of course, we still want to make sure that you provide us with feedback on our tools and everything else so that we can continue to improve. But just to clarify, Pauline was talking about her own blog not being perfect. And hey, you don't need to be perfect to get started. However, you do need to get started to eventually be as perfect as we can get. So with that, we want to thank you officially for joining us here at Groove at Any Time. In summary, just to share with you, for those of you who are joining us here for the first time and maybe catching us live, make sure that you watch the replay, because we did have some exciting announcements right here for you that are extremely time sensitive. So you do need to get started right here, right now, today, if you can. But in summary, just to reiterate a little bit of what I was sharing earlier, we do have a lot of cool things that are going on. Stay tuned for additional announcements, additional bonuses, and any additional updates that we have. Again, if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook pages, as well as follow us inside of our groups. Turn on those notifications, because you're definitely gonna want to be on here live, or as soon as possible, the next time that we are on Groove at Any Time, or any of the other live sessions as well, because we always have a lot of really great announcements. In the meantime, just to reiterate what Chu was asking earlier, if you're not understanding of what he was talking about, basically every week, at least for the next foreseeable few weeks now, we are going to continue to do a weekly webinar, which is scheduled for Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 9 a.m. my time on Thursday. So you do your own time conversion in terms of what time it might be in your neck of the woods. And during this time, okay, I will actually be talking to your people for you. I will be presenting, I'll be doing the live demos and everything along those lines. It's not going to go on forever because, as I understand it, if you watch the video on groovejv.com, there are plans to create an evergreen webinar featuring Mr. Mike himself. So make sure to stay tuned as soon as more information is released on that. In the meantime, be sure to watch at least the last few sessions of our Groove at Any Time, because we've been talking all about our webinars, about how we can help you to make more sales and everything like that. And now is the absolute best time to promote that, simply because we have this mini JV contest / promotion going on. Use anything and everything that you can at your disposal to make as many sales as possible. And remember, we are here to help you every single step of the way. You are welcome. All right, so don't forget, our next webinar is tomorrow. It's happening in about a little bit more than 20 hours time. If you're watching us live, of course, do your own time conversion and make sure that you go to groovejv.com, get your links there and all that great stuff. Okay, it is designed to help you make more sales, so take advantage of that. Learn about all those things in our previous sessions, as well as the videos that are exclusively on our YouTube channel. All right, so with all of that, I want to thank you for your time. I want to appreciate you for being here at the next Groove at Any Time, which might happen either tomorrow or the day after, as soon as we're ready to give you some additional announcements. Make sure that you are ready. Make sure that you already started your promotions, because from this point forward, anything that we announce will be here for the purpose of helping you improve your promotional purposes. All right, so with that, again, thank you for your time. That is all for me here today. Let me know if you have any questions. Take action right now, and we will see you on the inside. Cheers, folks. You gotta get into the groove.